We stood at the edge of the cliffs while the wildness spat foam and dust into our eyes. The six of us squinted and half smiled, half grimaced at each other, held hands and jumped. The wet rocks flew towards us at breakneck speed and death looked certain, until at the last moment the rocks or the shore or the world disappeared, and with the slightest buzzing sound we passed into a realm of coloured lights. The sky was blue and seemed to be made out of painted tea bags, and everywhere beneath our feet was plastic grass, although on closer inspection each solitary blade was seen to be a tiny green cat, balancing improbably on the tip of its tail. For a moment the world shifted uncomfortably before folding terrifyingly in on itself, and we found ourselves back on the cliff top in wet Anoraks. Ashley's mate Ian snapped the Polaroid at that exact moment, and we still have that picture on the fridge. It was mad, but it kind of made the holiday.
Sometimes it's enough to know that we were there at that exact moment. Sometimes it's enough to feel the moment at that exact
moment. For weeks afterwards, we all kept having the same dream. We were alone underground, trapped beneath the roots of a gigantic tree. We struggled and fought to free ourselves, and eventually were again close to death, exhausted and unable to breathe. At that final moment, we gave up completely and suddenly found that we were the roots, we were the tree.
At that exact moment,
we stretched our branches like newly woken children and walked away towards the horizon and the sea beyond, leaving nothing behind us but a huge hole in the earth and a crumpled Polaroid photograph nestled in the ground.
At that exact moment, sometimes it's enough to know that we were there. At that exact moment, at that exact moment, sometimes it's enough to feel the moment there. Drink the world again. Wrap it in your arms until it soaks into your skin. At that exact moment, don't resist the pain. Let it fizz like morning in your chest and in your brain. At that exact moment, if there was nothing but this picture and your mind had come to see. At that exact moment, would there be something? At that exact moment, dive into your tea until it overflows. At that exact moment, sometimes it's enough to know that we were there. At that exact moment, at that exact moment, sometimes it's enough to know that we were there. At that exact moment, at that exact moment, sometimes it's enough to know that we were there. At that exact moment, at that exact moment, sometimes it's enough to feel the moment.